Today's video, intercept form of quadratics. So we've already discussed standard form, vertex form, and now we're going to look at intercept form. Before I even get into this video, I want you to think, we've already used the word intercept a couple of places. Where can you think of when we say intercept? I hope you're thinking of a y-intercept on a coordinate plane when we're in y equals mx plus b. Remember, b stands for our y-intercept. That's where it hits our y-axis. We've also done it when we found the x and y intercept. Remember that when we were graphing equations and we found just the x-intercept and just the y-intercept and we connected our dots from there. So we're going to look at the intercepts of a quadratic. And our quadratics are only going to hit the x-axis. So we're going to have x-intercepts. Now it is very possible for them to hit y if the thing is turned on its side, but we're going to focus on x, okay? So identify the intercept form for quadratics. We're going to look at the parts of intercept form. We're going to compare and contrast quadratic, vertex, and intercept form. Here we go. Oopsie. All right. 3 forms of quadratics. So we have this first one. Please have it down because this is probably the 100th time that you've written it, but you need to, okay? This is standard form of a quadratic. Just your basic old quadratic formula. ax squared plus bx plus c. Next one down. We did this one last video. Vertex form. A times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. Remember where h and k made up our vertex? That was the ordered pair for our vertex. Okay, so if you've got that in your mind, that's not too hard. That should be pretty easy to pull those two numbers out. And that's the point where the quadratic begins to change. It might be going down, then it goes up. So that was our vertex. All right, here it is. Here's the new guy. Intercept form. Y equals a times the quantity of x minus p times x minus q. Take a minute, write those down. This is the last one, intercept form. I know that's a lot of variables on there. This is big kid stuff, okay? This is really, really, really going to set you up for Algebra 2, okay? As well as geometry, which you guys are going to be in next year. All right, intercept form. Got them all? Moving on. All right, here we go. Intercept form. Again, we're going to be looking at the x-intercepts, and I'll show you a picture of that in just a moment. Okay? A, we should know what this is. Please get this down. I'm going to be looking for this. A tells us what about a parabola? It tells us how wide or how narrow it is. It also tells us whether the u is going to be going up and we have a minimum, or the u is going down and we have a maximum. Okay? P. P is a constant. It tells us one of the x-intercepts. So let me get my pen so I can draw a little picture here. Pen, let's do black. Okay? All right, there's my coordinate plane real quick. X, Y. Now I told you we're going to be looking at the x-intercepts, okay? So this P right here, whatever number would go in there, tells me where it's going to hit on the x-axis. Now if I have a parabola, whoopsie, I kind of missed my intercept there. I'll just make them fatter. All right, there it is. There's my parabola. How many places does that parabola hit the x-axis? It hits it twice. Okay, so I need 2 numbers. So if P tells me one of the x-intercepts, what do you think Q is going to tell me? It's going to tell me the other one. Okay, because I have to have 2 intercepts. All right, you ready? Please have that picture down. I know it's fancy. All right, here we go. What form is this? Intercept form. Very good. All right, let's look at the 3 first. What's he going to tell me? Tells me that it's going to be, what happened as it got bigger? It got narrower. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit narrower than an x squared. All right. This parabola, quadratic, has x-intercepts at where? Where do I have x-intercepts? Give me one of them first. Oopsie, I want to grab this. P. Who's P? P is 4. So I know this parabola is going to hit the x-axis at 4, 0. All right, now let's look at Q. Q is a positive 1. Dang it, that formula says, look at that. That says a negative, and what's right here? That's a positive. How did we fix that before? I need to take whatever that is the opposite of. I could also rewrite it as x minus, so that I have my minus sign, negative 1. So where's the other x-intercept going to be at? Negative 1. You've got to be careful with that plus sign. It is going to trip us up. Be careful. If it says a plus sign, let's check these formulas out. Let's see. Here they are. Look, the two different ones besides the standard form, look at them. They both have minus signs in those parentheses. Look. Minus sign in the parentheses, minus sign in the parentheses, minus sign in the parentheses. It's only outside of the parentheses that they're all plus signs. Ooh, that could be good to remember it. If there's parentheses, what's on the inside? Minus signs. Okay, so if you get one like this, that in the parentheses there's a plus sign, what do you got to do? Take the opposite of it. It's a minus sign. So let's see, do I have a picture of this one? I do. There it is. So what did we say the ordered pair was? Oh, actually they weren't ordered pairs. They were, let's see. So 4, 0 and negative 1, 0. Let's see what we got here. 4, 0, whoop, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. And my other one, was that a positive 1? No, it's a negative 1. Right there. Those are my two intercepts. Now, we could be all fancy and we could calculate the vertex and the line of symmetry, but we're not going to do that right now. Right now, I just want you to be able to identify the two parts, because each one of these forms has a purpose. Would you use vertex form with this? No, I'm not looking for the vertex. If the question is asking you about what are the intercepts for a parabola, which form would you use? You going to use standard, intercept, or vertex? Well, I hope intercept is screaming out to you because it's in the name. All right, here you go. Here's another one. Find the intercepts. What would be the x-intercepts for this parabola? Oh, my first question. What form am I in? Dang it. Intercept form. Good. I think I have the next answer too. Whoops. What does the 2 mean? It means that it's going to be narrower, so skinnier, than just a plain old x squared. Okay? Now, what are the x-intercepts for this parabola? Make sure you write your little order pairs. Okay? There you go. I'm going to have one at 1. And what about this positive 7? You know it's not positive 7. It should be minus 7. Because this can go to x minus a negative 7. Okay? So let's see here. Let me get my pen. I want this one. Let's make this bigger. All right, let's graph this. Just a sketch, okay? Just a sketch. We don't need to be 100% accurate, but we do need to go over to 1 on our x-axis, and we also need to go over to negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there he is, 7. Now, is this guy going to open up like that, or is he going to open down? It's positive, so he's going to open up. Now, I'm just going to sketch that. Right there it is. Do I know that the vertex is right there? No, I don't, because I didn't actually calculate it. But I know that my parabola is going to hit at those two parts on the x-axis. Okay, this one here. What form am I in? So I just want you to write these down, and I want you to write beside it. What form? Am I standard form, intercept form, or vertex form? So pause me now, and then I'm going to come back with the answer. All right, number 1. Standard, intercept, or vertex? Go. Vertex. Very good. Number 2. Standard, intercept, or vertex? Standard. Number 3. Standard, intercept, or vertex? We've got 2 sets of parentheses. That better be intercept. Ooh, oh, I was just trying to think how you could remember that. 2 sets of parentheses. In the word intercept, there's 2 E's, but there's also 2 E's in vertex. Ooh, what if we went with the T's? Intercept has 2 T's, so intercept form has to have 2 parentheses. Look at that. Ooh, vertex form vertex has 1 T, There's only one set of parentheses. I like that. Man, I'm good. All right, last one. How many sets of parentheses? Just one. So how many T's are we looking for? Vertex. That's vertex form. All right, you don't have to use the T thing if you don't like it. Next one. Oh, I wanted to give you kind of a little glimpse at your future. This is not a problem that I'm going to work through, but I want you to look at it, okay? Because I thought this laid it out really nicely. So I just want you to pause and just kind of read through it. And look at how everything is kind of related that we've been doing. I'm not going to go any farther with it, but I really truly want you to pause it and really look over it, because this was a good example. All right, you've had a chance to look over it. If you have questions about this, please write them down, and we can talk about them when you come to class.
Or come to the office, please.
This was another helpful link that I found when I was doing my research for these videos. I'll zoom in on that in just a moment. This is actually how you graph it, and it was Virtual Nerd. And look at this. The title's Algebra 2, okay? You guys are in Algebra 1, and we're doing this, all right? And you're doing a really great job with it, but this is really going to get heavy in Algebra 2. So take a look at it, and I'll zoom in so you can really see it. There you go. I think you can get it now. All right, that's it. That's intercept form. You've just now learned 3 forms: standard, vertex, and intercept.